and welcome to Pokemon Ice D&D. I'm sure I messed that up a little bit. This is I lied to everyone, and this is actually our last session before we go on break. I promise. Actually, I might break that promise. I don't know. Sadly, Geek slash Sigurd is not with us today. I don't know if he might show up, maybe, but I don't think so. I think it's a hard no. But the show will go on. But I think Quill, take it away on what happened last time.
All right. In no particular order, we scryed on Kleinman, saw him running to the east. Sigurd freed a dugong from its watery prison. Aiden found a broken mirror. Sabrina found a tome of clear thought, some high-level spell scrolls, and we began the search for the orb keys, but have only found one so far. Sinbad went off on his own and ended up triggering a bunch of zombies, prompting them to smash down a door and start chasing him. But we were able to take them out. We also found a spell book in a room that was covered in similar sigils to the one where we got the demon uh, trying to attack us but couldn't. But there are glyphs protecting the book as well, so we've yet to get that. We went up into Nero's room, at least that's what we're calling it, and that's where we found the first of the orb keys. But we tried to get into his bedroom, but the door to it is frozen shut. Probably has some neat stuff in there, so we'll have to revisit it. We interrogated the captured cultists, but didn't really get a whole lot out of them. And finally, we went to let them go, but Sabrina decided to mercy kill everyone, or all of them, much to the physical protests of the others.
All right, take the inspiration for the session.
All right, let's
All
see if
right,
I remember to use it.
all right. So you guys find yourself probably just outside the front door. You kind of went a little outside to where this conflict took place. There are five bodies lying in the snow of your captives. Um, you are all grouped together. I think Sabrina and Sinbad are both on the ground. Uh, Aiden is standing there in shock. I think is where we left him.
Yeah.
And you see Sigurd observe the situation, and he just says nothing and marches back into the keep.
Especially after his long-winded
Mm-hmm.
rant at Sabrina last time.
Saying nothing to you three, leaving you
Sabr-
with the five bodies.
okay. Sabrina is just gonna kind of wipe the tears from her eyes and wipe the snow off of her. I imagine she has quite a bit over her from tumbling through the snow after being kicked. And she's just gonna look up at Aiden, and then she's gonna look at Sinbad. She doesn't really say anything at first, and then she's going to just kind of walk over to Sinbad and kind of try to pick him up out of the snow.
He's not gonna really do much of anything.
Sib, Sib, get up. She sighs and she's going to attempt to pick him up.
Oh gosh.
Are you sandbagging, Sinbad?
This will be funny.
Are you going to be sandbagging? Or would you comply with it?
Well, Sinbad's not really trying to move at all, but he's not gonna resist.
So yeah, you're
Sandbagging.
sandbagging then. All right. Aiden,
He's like,
what would you be doing?
Still trying to take in the whole scene that just happened since everything happened too fast for him.
Okay.
So yeah, still very much stunned.
Aiden, can you help me get him inside?
I don't understand why we just. He's very clearly in shock.
Sabrina's going to try to pull Sib into the castle.
Okay, well, you have a lot of things going against you here. It's in snow. You are not very strong, so you're going to be doing athletics with disadvantage.
I would expect as much. 17. That's not what the. Hang on, let me roll it again. 4. That's more.
man, I was about to be impressed.
You, it just, there's no give. It's just, normally, maybe you could drag him, but it's just, the snow is too deep, and it's just kind of cumbersome.
Sib, we need to get inside. It's too cold to just lay around out here. Sib. She's gonna start casting as a ritual Tensor's floating disc.
All right.
Oh man.
All right, roll a d4.
Suddenly, Sinbad becomes an Alolan Vulpix.
Okay.
2.
Well, you'll only wait 10 minutes, but why don't you all do perception checks while...
Okay. $16.
Still, especially now for me. Hold up. Ouch. 0.
0. And Sinbad?
Let's see. Perception?
Perception.
13.
Okay, so while you were performing this ritual, Sabrina, kind of in your peripheral vision, as you were setting up all the components and everything to do this, you see a large figure in the distance lumbering towards you. Can't really make it out with the storm or the snowfall, but someone's coming towards you.
She is very nervous about this. She's probably telling her ritual to hurry it up.
Yeah.
She's casting the ritual. She can't really do anything else right now, can she?
You could say stuff, but you just can't. If you do an action of some sort, then it's canceled.
Okay. Who's there?
As you're yelling over to the figure,
Yeah.
there's you hear the whistle of the wind and the just crunch of the snow under your feet as it walks closer.
Aiden, get it together. Sib and I don't have anything left. We can't really fight if this thing's hostile.
It gets closer and closer as you begin to make out what it is. And as it gets about 20 feet from you, you see it is a familiar form. It is that of a Garchomp. It is the Garchomp Ezek that joined you on this mission, and he is lumbering through the snow with 2 buckets in each of his hands.
He's like, what are you doing here?
He comes closer to you, and he is right in front of you with his stern, stoic look, and he drops the buckets right in front of you. One bucket is full of decapitated salmon and trout. The other is full of crabs. I bring food. We eat inside.
Oh, thank goodness. She's going to stop casting the ritual, and she's going to say, could you carry Sib? He's unresponsive.
He hunches over and he just kind of lifts him bad up by the scruff. Carry bucket. He carries the crab bucket and
Okay.
leaves the one with decapitated fish for Aiden or you to carry.
Alright. Bree will carry it.
And he begins to he looks over at the 5 dead bodies, and his glance shifts over there for a second, but it just shifts back to the fortress, and he goes inside.
Alright. Bree's gonna start following him with the bucket, but she's gonna turn around and make sure Aiden's coming with her.
Yeah, he'll eventually end up following in. Just he's normally quiet, but at this point it's kind of just awkward how dead silent he's been this whole time. It's
You know how to cook? Magic Fox boy or Magic Fox girl?
I could try.
I like fish well done. He just kind of like kicks the bucket near you.
Alright, I can probably do well done.
Good. You find any hot sauce here?
We haven't really been looking for mundane things. It was mostly, the more valuable stuff that we've been looking for so far, but I'll go have a look to see if there's there's a dining room over there. I'll go check over there to see if they've got anything, and she's actually going to take the bucket of fish with her into the dining room in case there's anything that she can cook with in there.
All right. There is not really a kitchen per se in this place that you've seen so far, but there is the dining room. But
all right.
You have a bucket of decapitated fish. He left the crab bucket there too, full of just dead crabs. They all have like a slice in their shells too.
Mm-hmm.
You can very much tell he kind of drove a blade into each of them.
All right. Is there any hot sauce in the dining room?
Do an investigation.
Okay. Nat 20. Of course,
Yeah.
great thing to nat 20 on.
Yeah, great.
I'll take it.
So you look all over the place, and there's kind of this little compartment in the side of the dining room, and you slide it open, and there is this kind of pantry, a small pantry. It's not that big, but it's full of bottles that look like what you're looking for.
All right. She's gonna gather them up at the very least, so that she has them with her.
All right.
So there's no kitchen in here. Let's see. We've been there, been there, been there, been there, been there. We haven't checked. We haven't really checked any of this front area, have we?
No. With just kind of a basic scout of the first floor, you know that kind of what you see here is they were a bunch of like meeting rooms, and there were kind of displays with pickaxes and hammers and things like that. They look like some sort of artifacts, but
Okay.
nothing. Not like a kitchen or anything. You don't think there was a kitchen in here?
All right. She's gonna go over to Ezek and she's going to say, "I'm not really a connoisseur of hot sauce. Does any of this look like what you're looking for?" And she's gonna show him what she found.
He grabs one of the bottles and just like pops the cork out of it and smells it. Swigs some of it back, and you wait a few seconds. He goes, "Ugh, yes, good."
All right.
And yeah, he just kind of like chugs some of the bottle.
All right. I'll just leave these here with you. Uh, they're not really of any use to me. I'm gonna go upstairs and see if I can't improvise some sort of kitchen at the lab, or maybe in the potion room. At the very least, I should be able to cook on a fire up there.
And she's gonna head upstairs.
You're gonna go to the laboratory.
That depends. Does she remember the laboratory having any like Bunsen burners or anything like that?
Well, yes, it would definitely have something like that in there. They wouldn't work without you, but
Okay.
yeah, you could definitely shift it into a makeshift laboratory or the kitchen.
Yeah. Okay. Time to grill some fish then.
All right, let's say performance, because cooking can be a performance. But
Oh man, it's
Well,
not survivable.
we'll make it with int, because it is a laboratory too. So it'll be
Okay.
int. You're probably not proficient in performance, so it won't
No.
matter. But you can use your int to make food.
All right. So that'd be a +4 since I have a +4 mod in int, or
Yes, it's just your
Okay.
straight int modifier.
okay, that's definitely better than nothing. Okay, 21.
All right. Would you prefer the fish done different? There's a lot of fish in here, and they're all decapitated. Um, would you prefer the fish any other way? He said, "Well done," and you would succeed in doing that. But you could make some different if you wish.
She'd probably make his specifically well done, but she'd try to make something. Can she remember how everyone's fish was back at the very start when we
Yeah,
were in
yeah.
the cabin?
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right, she'll try. She'll try to match that.
All right. There's
For everyone
various
else.
scalpels you could use and cutting instruments. This probably wasn't what this lab was intended for, but you make do with it, and you're able to cook up a meal of fish. And I assume you had the crabs too, and you were able to
Yeah.
do something with them.
Boil them in a pot.
Yeah. And yeah, you surprise yourself and make actually a pretty good meal.
She is genuinely surprised, but she's going to come down. She's going to have a slight look of pride on her face with the food, but with what she's just coming out of, she's still obviously very on edge. And she gives the well done fish to Ezek and says,
I hope this is well done enough.
Let's go eat in that room.
Yeah, okay.
Is Sinbad coming?
Yeah, at this point he's probably at least moving around, even if he's not saying or really doing anything.
Yeah, I was about to say Aiden's probably in the same boat.
All right.
So they'll at least, I guess the two of them will at least go in and just eat.
I just noticed too. There's actually crabs and fish on that map.
We did.
There is right there.
Yeah.
Oh wow, huh?
I didn't even know that. It's strange.
We're eating at the wrong table.
We're now officially eating right here.
Yeah, I assume you put your put all the fish and salmon and trout on that table, and you eat at this table. Isaac he grabs one of the plates and just fills it with the like darkest fish, and he goes over to one of the chairs, and he does one of that thing where he like leans back, where like two legs are on the ground, and he's just kind of balancing on two. And he sticks like a fork in one of the fish, and he's just eating it like a shish kebab kind of. Not, he's kind of like in that area of being boorish, but not a slob.
Yeah. Bree obviously is going to be a bit more refined. She's got her fish, and maybe she's got a crab. And she's going to be sitting right next to Sib wherever he decides to sit.
I mean, all right. I don't think it really matters. He's just gonna mindlessly take a chair, and unlike he's not putting any effort into eating. Like he's eating food, but like he's neither refined nor relaxed.
Aiden, what are you doing?
Mostly just poking it.
As he's kind of chewing this fish, swigging back the aged hot sauce. You know, they say victory usually basks around you with a strange unearthly glow. I do not see it coming off any of you. On me, though.
Well, it's hard to bathe in victory when your entire team's idea of victory is completely different.
Why are you four even together? All you do is bicker and argue. You like children. In fact, you have a children with you, and you act more grown up.
Well, Sib's my brother, so bickering is just what we do naturally.
Oh no, you
But-
bicker with other guy. Especially you. It's very funny, actually. When I was with Queen, she laugh at you for same reason. She watching you during break against Big Bertha. She say you chastise group like Flames of Hollow and Tricky Mages for not getting along. You two always argue, even when fighting evil ice cult. You do exact same thing. Most of them were my men. You don't see me crying. They stick knife in my back, so to hell with them. Here's to hell with them. And he raises his bottle.
She kind of smiles a little bit, but and she says,
Well, those 5 out there, that was me.
To hell with
Hey.
them.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but I am relieved that they aren't going to be a problem for us in the future. As for Sigurd, he wanted to let them go, and he attacked me when I tried to get rid of them.
Well, like I said, you bicker and argue like children.
Yeah, well, whose fault is it?
I don't know.
Mine or his?
Got to thank him for not killing Ghost Mage. I thought he was going to steal, kill, and I would be so mad. I hate fighting you magic people, I tell you. Sometimes I grab them like Get ready to strangle life out of them, but then they just poof out of hand and appear over there, and they run away like little sissy coward.
Yeah, that's a standard tactic we use. I was about to steal that kill from him, actually, but he seemed to want it. So I just reasoned that I'd beat the crud out of him if he let it get away.
Well, like I said, I'd be so mad if you steal it from me. So mad.
Well, you're welcome. It's more than I got out of him, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what his problem is. He keeps saying I kill sister, but I never kill sister. I didn't kill anyone that day. I was just as useless as he was. Ghost man betray me, steal my men and women. We are very progressive, actually. I tell you. Then he used boom boom kaboom spell on me and leave me for dead. But look who is the last one laughing now.
She smiles a little bit and she says,
Well, you're sure a lot here. It's nice to have someone upbeat around, especially right now.
Oh, I'm basking in revenge. But to be honest, revenge does not feel very good.
It doesn't. I'd be lying if I say that I wouldn't, that there aren't some people that I do want revenge on, but yeah. I try not to do anything out of revenge.
then she just kind of rubs her shoulder and she says,
Okay, I do a lot out of the desire for revenge, but
Oh, no, you get me all wrong. I love revenge, but you see, the thing is, I like shoving blade in neck of those who wrong me, and watch the light leave their eyes, and they go choking on own blood. It's like art. But he just shatter into a million pieces like a cheap toy. How do I get any satisfaction out of that? He swigs back another drink.
well, I can't say I enjoy killing anyone necessarily, but I do what needs to be done, or at least what I feel like needs to be done.
I say just do it. It's very unfulfilling when they just shatter into a million pieces, I tell you. I was playing out how that would go in my mind, and this was like the worst outcome. I grade it of an F.
Do ghosts even bleed? Do ghost types bleed?
and she kind of looks at everyone else and then she looks to him.
Well, they don't shatter, I know that.
Fair enough.
Why is not Magic Foxboy talking? He talk a lot and be annoying. He's not being annoying now.
She just kind of looks at him. She says,
I'm not entirely sure.
Here, Magic Foxboy, have a swig. Make all depression and sorrow go away. He hands you his bottle.
I'm like, Sinbad is probably hasn't looked up from his food at all, and probably doesn't take it either.
Ugh, you're lost.
she's flipping through her spell book and then she closes it and she's like,
If only I had calm emotions or something. Sib,
she's just gonna kind of put her paw on his shoulder and she's gonna say,
Sib, please tell me what's wrong.
I'm like, I don't know what to do here, to be honest. I guess he just kind of just shakes his head. Maybe stabs the salmon instead of gingerly poking it like before.
Why'd you help me, Sib? You started off trying to stop me, but then all of a sudden you switched and started helping me. Why?
I couldn't watch him do it, that's why.
You mean attack me like that?
Wasn't about to watch my friends turn around and start beating the crap out of my sister.
See, what a hypocrite. He say I kill his sister and he beat up someone else's sister? What's the deal with that?
Bree's gonna give Sib a hug.
He's probably not going to reciprocate it, but he's probably going to say, yeah, well, Sigurd's just a coward. He had every right. If he really did believe in revenge, he would have actually taken the shot. He would have killed the ghost. But instead, he turned away and let you do it for him. Or at least you didn't, or at least didn't let you do it together. No, he let someone else take revenge on his behalf because he couldn't do it. He wasn't willing. He didn't care.
Yeah, you may have a point, but I'm glad he did that.
Bree sits back up and just kind of starts eating her own food, not really saying much herself anymore.
What about you, little green? Do you want to sip? It'll make you a real fighter. See, my dad, he make me fighter. When I was little, your age, he's going to make me fighter. Take me on camping trip, right? He take me on camping trip, going to make me fighter. You know what he does? He throw me in Mystery Dungeon. Have to fend for self. So, little boy Isaac go in, warrior Isaac come out.
He's still quiet. He just, instead of responding, it's like, it's very much a kid that feels bad, and it's obvious. Like, he's just trying to avoid conversation right now.
Aiden,
Before eventually he does actually say one thing. I didn't even want to hurt anyone. I thought we had agreed we were going to let them go, and then everything would to that.
It was the best course of action, Squire. They would have frozen to death. A slow, painful death. What we showed them was mercy!
do you understand why I did it, right, Aiden?
All I said was that Holy Avenger even agreed with you, and that was
Honestly, that's all I needed. Just someone to agree with me for once.
I didn't exactly agree though.
You didn't, but at least the sword did.
He goes back to poking at the fish.
You talk to sword.
It's a long story.
It's one of those magic items that has sentience and talks to whoever wields it.
I do not like those.
You know, it's funny. I hear a lot of people say that when they find out about it. I can understand why. It's certainly has the potential to be a huge drawback, but so far it's pulled its weight significantly.
No, just annoying. So I don't like hearing objects talk to me. It's kind of unsettling.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Tools should just be tools used by Pokemon.
No.
What is he talking about? I am no tool!
You can see Hayden visibly flinch as Lee Avenger starts shouting from just in his head. Yeah, but I guess it's different in my case because I actually, well, I wanted to make a few before that. Maybe you can, I don't know, they can give you advice when they need to.
That would be like if the fork I eat the fish with talk to me, tell me how to eat my fish. It's unnatural.
I wasn't thinking of forks. I was thinking more like maps. I don't know.
The point is, fork tool to eat, sword tool to kill. Same difference. He just kind of starts eating a little more fiercely.
So why'd you come back, Isak?
I came back because Queen Tricky.
Hasn't sent anyone to come pick you up yet?
No. You see, the terms that I stay with Queen is I kill magic ghost. And so when magic ghost dead, I no longer work with her, therefore my contact do not pick me up. So I go fish, cut fish head off, I'm really good at that, and kill crab to eat, and come back here so I do not freeze to death.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Not really. So she abandoned you. You didn't just decide to leave then.
Well, I thought of it that way at first. I was very mad, going to go get vengeance on Tricky Queen, but I should have read the contract a little better.
Yeah, contracts.
She's sneaky.
That she is. I really wish it didn't come to the point where we were forced to work with her. I really would have preferred to have not done so at all.
Well, I got here because of her, so I am not complaining.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm not criticizing you for working with her, unlike pretty much anyone else on this continent would.
Well, that's the great thing. Nobody knows about me. I right-hand bodyguard.
Well, you're lucky. I originally wanted to try to get everyone to work together here, but it's clear that that's just not going to happen.
But perhaps I should be cutting to the chase here. You see, I am stranded out here for the time being. Perhaps I can find the way back. So, you for adventure off. I stay here and guard place.
She smiles and says,
That was actually the next thing I was going to ask. As long as you promise not to, pilfer all of our stuff or take anything from here or
Be
anything
holding the ponyta here. I will do it for a price. That is what I do. If you do something good, you never do for free.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. So, what are your terms? What kind of compensation are you looking for?
Really easy, just gold. 50 gold a month. I stay here.
A month, huh? That's entirely reasonable. I think we can agree to that, actually. What do you guys think?
Sinbad just kind of shrugs. I have a feeling that we're not the ones that are going to be difficult to convince.
I was about to say.
Honestly, despite everything that just happened, I think Sigurd would agree with us. I'm sure there's plenty he'd like to talk with you about, Isak.
I don't care. As long as you pay me, I do anything. I even go out and fight things with you, but extra pay. If it's dangerous, it'll cost you a lot. But if I go out and fight things, then no one here guard things, so you perhaps need more guards.
She nods and says,
Well, for now, we'll probably just keep you on guard duty, but I wouldn't be surprised if you get some of that extra money for helping us out.
I would also like a 50 up front right now, too.
Well, let's see here.
she digs around in her bag and she says,
Well, I've actually got just about that much. Here you go.
and she's going to slide 50 across the table to him.
He slides it back to you. Go into town and buy as much hot sauce as you can with this.
She smiles and says,
All right.
let me find a place on my cluttered sheet to write that down in my exceedingly large list of things to do.
The spreadsheet continues to grow.
So, what do you wish for me to do with Intruder? Do you want me to decapitate head and put on pike out front? It's very intimidating, I tell you. No intruders after that. Lots of pikes up in the first floor.
1 second, still writing. For a sec.
It depends on the nature of the invader. If you see Queensmen come in here, they're obviously trying to take our stuff. You can do whatever you will with them.
Okay.
If someone comes along and they just seem to be looking for shelter, obviously keep the closest eye you can on them, but we don't want to kill someone who's innocent.
So I can decapitate and put on pike outside front?
Sigurd's not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, Sigurd wouldn't. I mean, if it was a robber, I suppose you could do that, and then when we get back with Sigurd, he'll tell you to take it off, at which point I won't try to stop him, but of course I'm not going to try to stop you either.
Okay, wonderful. I tell you, it's going to work. It's very effective.
But do try to exercise best judgment when deciding who to execute.
Okay.
Like, let's say a group of Expedition Society members come, and they're obviously Expedition Society members. There's no reason to think otherwise. Just don't kill them. Same with the Hallowed Flames.
Aren't they gonna wonder why there's a giant fortress out here, though? There's gonna be questions at that point.
It is veiled, it is hidden, so it might not be found, but someone could wander into it. I think you need help in claiming this territory for your own.
Yeah, we'll have to find a way to get plenty of money to get guards, I suppose.
By the way, if you don't show up in a month, then I'll assume you're dead and I will leave. I'll give you some leniency, maybe wait a day, 2, a week at most, but I'll assume you're dead after that and leave.
All right. I can. If it reaches that point where we're gone that long, you'll probably hear through me through sending. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Queens probably use similar spells on you at various points in time.
Oh no, she didn't. That is not her. That is. Well, I shouldn't talk about that.
Oh, interesting. Well, if you want to tell us, this place is warded. I don't think she can keep an eye on you in here.
Oh, yeah, whatever. She used to talk through a shapeshifter Pokemon. It's actually really
That
it's really close to you when it talks to you.
I see. Okay. So she hasn't been using some sort of long range spell.
Nope.
So she's still been just controlling.
She's
the
very
Pokemon.
sneaky. She maybe used trick I don't know about.
Right. I know there are spells that can have that sort of long range speaking sort of thing, but
Shapeshifter read mind. So
good to know. Might need to get some rings of mind shielding if that's the case. Well, thank you for that information, Isak. That's definitely going to help us.
no, this is fine. That was not on our terms if I disclosed that information, so therefore I didn't break any rules, eh?
Yep. I still feel like she'd try to get even on you for it anyway if she knew, though.
Maybe. She can try.
She looks at the boys again and is like,
You two still not feeling like talking?
I'm like, in truth, as a player, I'm like, I don't really know what to say here anyway.
Everything happened so fast.
I'm sure other things are going to happen just as fast, if not faster, Aiden. You might want to steel yourself.
I should also point out I found a few things inside this place while I was looking for key.
Oh, really? What'd you find?
A few of the magic scroll, and I found a ball, a glowing ball, red.
Oh, yeah. I found some spell scrolls too, and
she shows him the red ball.
did you see any more like this?
He reaches out of his sack.
Oh. So they're all red. I thought they were going to be like different colors. That's what I get for assuming, I suppose. If that's the only one you found, then there's just one more hiding around here somewhere.
You're assuming I'm going to give it to you.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
What's it worth to you?
I'm not sure. What spell scrolls did you find?
I don't know how to read these things. I just thought they'd be worth money. I
Here,
stole
let me
them
have
from the room with the Marowak. They paralyze you in place.
Here, let me have a look at them. Maybe I can find out what they are.
He pulls out his two spell scrolls. He unravels them. One is Revivify, and the other is Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians Revivify. Those are spells that you'd see the Hallowed Flames use.
Yeah, they were with the Marowak that they hold you. They paralyze you.
So, as far as that red ball, how much is it worth to you?
I'm the one who you never make the first offer. I told you to offer.
She just kind of rubs her chin and she says,
5 gold.
Try again. I found
you
it while
obviously-
you were not occupying the place, let's say. So it is rightfully mine.
I'm aware. You've obviously got some sort of figure in your head.
Oh, more than 5. I think we both know it's more than 5 if you desire it.
Well,
Don't lowball me. Give me another offer.
right now, all I've got on me is 83.
You too?
I'm like,
25 each.
Sinbad is just gonna be like, shake his head, like,
Sim, come on, you need to snap out of this.
Like I said, have the drink. The bottle help you when you are in sorrow.
If it's what I think it is, I don't think I want it.
Well, you're kind of young for it, but
And she just kind of slides it over in front of Sib.
oh my gosh.
Trust me on this one, Magic Fox Boy. It makes sorrow go away. Trust me, I watch all my men turn into weird ice zombie. Doesn't bother me anymore.
I don't think he's gonna listen. He's as stubborn as I am. Well, I guess you can just hold on to it for now. Just don't get rid of it. We will, find some way to get it from you.
Well, I'm not going anywhere, so I stay loyal to your money. More loyal to your money than to you. But I won't take another offer or anything. I fulfill duty.
That's all I ask, really.
You may
Well,
think
how was
I'm...
the fish?
Oh, really good. I did it just right. That's how I like it.
Good.
You may think I sneaky thief, but no, I'm not part of Queen's entourage. I just fulfill contract.
I want to say that I trust you completely, but it's hard to do for anyone out here.
Whatever. Don't trust me, I don't care. Just pay me.
We'll pay you, don't worry. I've got enough gold back home to pay you for quite some time. Then again, I need that for my own studies, so I'm gonna need to find some way to make gold.
I've still got a lot left, actually. If you're still curious about an offer in the orb, since it sounds like we're gonna want to look around here, 50 each.
So a total of 150 or 200 if we lump Sigurd into there, but he's not here to agree to that, so
I meant
I'm sorry, I must have misunderstood.
now it's gonna sound like I'm offering a lot less.
I'll take it I'll get rid of it for 150.
Yeah, let's go with that. I think Aiden was saying 50 at first.
50 per orb.
Oh, I'll get 150 for a red orb that I carry.
I'll agree to that.
Mm,
I guess Sinbad will just pay for it.
He rolls it over to you, Sinbad, as you slide the gold over.
Yep.
Very good, you are making me very rich. Very rich. don't really get paid with Queen just going after vengeance. It's a great new start. Great new start. To a great new start. And he holds up his almost empty bottle and swings it back.
She uses the end of her fork. And she says,
Queen probably doesn't pay at all, does she? Under normal circumstances, I mean.
Well, she offer them freedom. They actually pay her.
Yeah, that's about what I've inferred from this point.
You go
I don't
down-
understand. I'm sorry. Keep going. Go on.
You go down the tribute hole, and that's how you ended up in prison.
Don't remind me.
We saw the whole thing that apparently most of them sort of pay
Mm-hmm.
a certain amount.
They give tribute to her every 2 weeks, I think it was. I wasn't involved in that. I wouldn't give away money for free, I tell you.
They're all just falling right into her trap, aren't they?
I wouldn't say that. Some people underestimate her. She united a bunch of lawless bandits.
For how long, though?
It's been a pretty long time.
Yeah, right now, but
They've
you can't
been
run a
here since before you guys even got here. They were here when Dad and I first arrived.
Yes. In getting a bunch of lawless cutthroats to cooperate with each other and stay together, it's not easy, I tell you.
And that's my point. How long can she keep this balancing act up? Yeah, she might get her kingdom here on the ice continent, but it's gonna fall apart eventually.
Mm.
You can't keep a bunch of thieves from stealing from each other. Eventually, it's just gonna end up being like every other society.
I tell you, a lot of everyone underestimate her, and she prove them wrong every time. She prove you guys wrong.
Yeah, well, she can this time, but she won't this way. It will happen. Maybe not this year, maybe not 10 years from now, maybe not even 50 years from now, but eventually her society would collapse.
Truth is, I don't even know what she is doing beyond that. I know she wants the treasure artifact or whatever those are, but I don't know what she plans to do with them.
Well, the rumors that you get a wish if you get all of them together and then wear the crown, but that's just a myth, according to some of our other contacts. It's not necessarily true, but I've also heard that the stranger the story, the more likely it is to be true.
Well, how many are following the story at this point?
That adventurer stuff, I just like gold up front. I don't like going out into dungeon solving puzzles and traps. I just like killing things or beating things up. That's fun to me. And getting paid for it's even more fun.
As for what she wants the wish for, well, that's anyone's guess.
Like I said, I don't know. Personally, I don't believe in wishes.
hang on, my brain rebooted.
Well, with everything that's going on here, I'm going to choose to assume that it is true. Because if I assume that it's not and someone gets a hold of it who shouldn't, then that's just a disaster.
Then what are you gonna wish for? Are you gonna be selfish?
Well, I would like to be the strongest archmage of all time, but
Selfish, yes.
I never said I wasn't selfish.
Yeah, it's just when given power like that, oh, you mages all the same. Always want power, power, power.
Well, it's a pretty good litmus test of how powerful the mage is, obviously.
Yes, but they also sneaky. Oh yeah, I wouldn't say sneaky. They tricky. Queens, queen sneaky. They tricky. They hide things. They do.
I probably wish that the continent wasn't a mystery dungeon anymore.
No, they like they like it. You know anything about the mystery dungeon of Academy? That's where all the power comes from, right?
No,
When
no,
you're
I said I would wish for the continent.
Well, if we get rid of the meteor, then supposedly the mystery dungeon symptoms would go away.
And if they didn't,
you're not gonna get rid of meteor. Like the tricky mages, they hoard it. That's how Queen got her money.
Yeah, I know. But the
hope-
Hallowed Flame seems pretty intent on destroying it.
Yeah, they're fools. They can't destroy all the meteor. What are they crazy? They're gonna scour every inch of continent for rock.
Well, they probably can't get rid of all of it, but there is supposedly a single source for it.
are we even sure about that anymore, given what we saw in the forest?
Well, not a single
Then
source, but a
that's-
main source of it. You know where the main bulk of the meteorite landed.
Yes, but they're not going to
Right.
get rid of all of it.
Like Isaac said, if the Hallowed Flame's entire goal is getting rid of every piece of the meteor, then that means they have to find the main crash site. They have to find any of the extra parts that fell off, like Sinbad's theory of the meteor splitting.
Well, I don't
Which-
care if they get rid of all of it or not. I just want the fire curse to go away.
I think we all do.
Oh yes, I want to be able to cook fish myself. I used to be a good cook, you know. Good hobby. Like painting too. Gets your mind off things.
I always just find a nice forested area. Well, not here, but back on the other continents, I'd find a nice forested area and just study.
Sounds boring.
Well, it would be boring for anyone, but when you can manipulate the very fabric of reality by studying, it becomes a lot more interesting.
To each own.
Sid plays card games. Why don't you two play a card game? Maybe that would help take his mind off of this.
Why not
What do
make deal actually with card game?
Oh boy. Is it?
Yes, my language.
I don't like making. She makes air quotes with her paws. Deals on this sort of thing. We've got, I suppose you could call them a rival group of adventurers that likes doing this sort of thing, and quite frankly, I do not appreciate it when that happens.
Oh no. This is why card games were invented, to make deals. Made the victor go to spoil, right?
I'll leave that one up to Sib if he's even willing to play a card game at all.
How about this? I reveal information about what brought me here. Information for your friend upstairs or wherever he ran off to.
Bree kind of frowns, but eventually she just kind of sighs and says,
I doubt it'd really get him on, repair the damage to our group dynamic, but hopefully he'd appreciate it.
I'm not making a deal on Sigurd's behalf.
Never mind.
Maybe for something else, but not for him.
Well, it is. This information might be relevant to you too.
All right.
You can
And then what's the terms on our end?
75 per month.
Hmm. Very cool. How lucky do we think we'll be?
Well, you do have. Oh, you used up all your lucky, didn't you?
All of my luck is gone. We have inspiration or bust.
No magic, no tricks, just card game.
Honestly, 75 a month really isn't that bad in terms of this whole party's like.
Yeah, I'm.
funds.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but we don't really have a reliable source of income at the moment.
Please, we have over 1,000 gold in reserve.
Man, you guys are rich. All right. Let's play.
Okay. Bring out cards.
Yeah, Sinbad always has cards on him, so he just puts them down.
He takes out 500 decks of cards from his bag.
No, we're not using
Yeah.
those. Those are cursed.
Does he have
This
one?
is an actual card deck. He has 2 on him at all times.
The loser goes to the Shadow Realm.
Oh my gosh.
No.
So,
Renul isn't playing.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna play kind of a variation of blackjack, or straight up blackjack.
Good thing I'm not playing.
Oh no, I don't know how to play.
You don't know how to
cards.
play-
Okay,
Oh.
so basically we're gonna roll 3 die.
Isn't it-
Or two die 13s, all right? 11, 12, and 13 count as 10. A 1
Jack.
counts as 10 as well. 1 or 10. So
I'm like,
you're gonna roll
Yeah.
two die 13s, and you just can't exceed 21. You can keep drawing, but if it exceeds 21, you lose, and whoever has the highest wins. All right. So he got 2 5s, so you could.
Oh no.
All right, he's gonna go. Wait. Oh, you shouldn't be able to see this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is
I can't see the dealers.
card proficiency doesn't help you here.
Or I forget, is it you can only see one of the dealer's cards, or you can't see both?
yeah, you can see what. So you can see one of your 5s. You could see he has a jack.
I'm like, so in blackjack, do those count as 10s or something?
Yeah, it's a 10.
So yeah,
Okay.
anything that's a face card is a 10.
So you could draw another card, but if you exceed 21, then you lose.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw a card.
All right, so you're at 14.
No. If I got a 10 here, it would have been game. I would have won.
He is going to stay.
Oh no, I know what that means. Oh.
I'm like, all right, Ice. How does blackjack work? Because I
You are
actually don't.
You are in the actual worst position right now. 14 is like the worst number you can have.
Yeah.
Basically, if you get if you have to get a 7 or lower.
It's a close to 50-50 split.
Or you could stay at 14. This is gonna be best 2 out of 3 too.
I'm like, all right. Yeah, it's over. I needed that last time.
All right, this should be easy. Just win one more. All right, so roll a 2 die 13s.
Okay.
13, pretty good.
Another 5.
He has a 9 showing.
Let's see. I'm like, I don't like this. This is basically just as bad as it was last time.
Well, no, it's a little better. Slightly.
It's like 1 out of 13 better. We're still relatively close to that 50-50 zone, though. I'm like, can I use the inspiration to get a reroll?
If they give you the inspiration, sure.
Because, yeah, I'm like, if I roll again, we have good odds of it going badly. But I don't know. But because he started with like a 9, that means that pretty much any other number he has is going to make him better than me in most scenarios.
You can re-roll either one if you use inspiration.
I think you should just bite the bullet.
Well, just stand, because if I stand, we lose.
No, I mean roll another one.
Mm-hmm. You kind of have no choice in a 13.
Yeah. All right. Instead of an 8, we have a 4, so it's a 9 for me.
All right.
Which that we can D13.
All right. So hit me.
A 10, so 19. We're staying on 19.
Oh, so you used the inspiration?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. He is going to take another card.
All right. Well, I'm
He's
staying on 19.
He stays. You flip over the cards. He has a 9, a 2, and a 5.
So he has 14 and I have 19.
Yeah. No, he would have 16. He has 9, 2, 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Last one then.
All right. Here we go. Oh, that's very nice.
He has a 2 showing.
That's not very fine.
I mean, depends on what his other card is.
I'm like, I got a 7. Oh, that's not good.
He's going to hit me. He loses.
Oh, he bust.
Oh, we
Yeah.
busted.
Yeah, that's 23 he got. He had a 2, a 10, and then I got another 10.
I'm like, oh, baby.
21.
That was really lucky.
Yeah.
That was Bree doing that, not Quill. Actually, it was both.
Okay. I know how to take a loss. You win. Stays 50. I tell you how I got here. So, my group called Razorfin, yeah? We mercenaries hired to do a job. We attack the caravan that he, big guy, part of, Mission not to kill anyone, just to kidnap. Was to kidnap his sister. Not kill her. But I needed help because I realized I was outnumbered with his clan, right? They grow big and you can get outnumbered and overpowered, so I need help. Go to help, know another group. The ghost, the magic ghost, huh? Get his help. It all going according to plan. We attack them near the forest. We have good place to hide. As they emerge from forest out into the hillside, we attack them. We kidnapped sister, right? Ghost, start commanding my men and women, like I said, progressive, to start killing everyone. I'm like, what is going on here? Then I had enough and I go to attack him, but then he like I said, he teleported away and then just blow me up. I thought I was going to die. I light fade from eye. But then I wake up. Someone heal me. You know that someone is?
Who?
He goes through the deck of cards and pulls out the queen. Yes. She was there.
She herself? Go on.
Yes, in that the form you saw her in. I don't know if that is actually her. That is actually her, but she show up there. Give me. She gave me the healing. You know why she does that?
Why?
Probably so you owed her a favor.
No, because she's the one who hired me.
So now we have to go ask the brooding hypocrite how his sister fits into all this. Lovely.
That's the only reason I think he alive, too. His queen help him, too.
Rhea just kind of slumps back in her chair.
But like I said, if you needed information on Queen, there is some information.
It definitely was worth the gamble.
She offered to pay me for services, but all I want to do is be pay in vengeance. So she take me here.
We need to know more about Sigurd's sister.
She died.
I know she died, but maybe Sigurd can tell us more about her. What was she doing? What did she do? Why would the queen want to kidnap her?
I don't know. That I don't ask question. I'm mercenary. I don't answer when master throw ball. I just go grab ball and get ball.
Yeah, the real question is who wanted her dead?
And why?
Of course, that could very well have been Nero.
Wait, why Nero?
The ghost did work for him.
But that seems like a bit of a jump, because
He was not icy at the time, no. I don't know if he was collaborating with that one, that ancestor or relative that you care so much about.
7th great grandfather.
Yes.
Or grandfather, rather.
I don't keep track of my family tree. Too confusing. They're dead anyway. To hell with them.
Yeah, well, when they come back to life and start, well, blasting people, you start to pay attention.
Well, I think my ancestors just dead in a graveyard, or I don't know.
One of the benefits of not living the magic life.
Yes, I know. That's why it's crazy. I don't like that stuff. Well, that was a good meal. I'm going to probably head to barracks and sleep. Don't blame me if I get into a fight with that big guy. He's still blaming me for sister, even though I tell you I didn't do anything.
Well, maybe once he hears the whole story, he'll hopefully come to his sentences.
Yeah, because he's so good at that.
He's even going to listen.
I have a feeling Sigurd will at least listen. But we should get sleep too. Especially you and me, Sib.
Yes. Magic Fox Girl and Magic Fox Boy look exhausted. Same with Little Green.
Yeah, but there is the evil demon sigil we probably don't want to have around while we sleep.
Well, we kind of need to. I have a plan to deal with that. But I'm gonna need to rest. So, she just kind of scoots the chair away from the table as best as her tiny body can. Then hops off of it and says, I'm gonna go find somewhere to sleep.
Start fire on barrack. It's cold in here.
Alright. Come on, guys. Let's go get some rest.
Alright. He kind of leads you to the second floor, and where he wants to sleep is like about that room with the several beds.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's a pretty large guy, he just kind of like pulls two beds together and just flops on them.
Right. Zib and Sabrina will probably get a fire started.
Alright. Alright, you do that. And he seems pretty satisfied. There's covers here too, so he can keep pretty warm, but he probably still needs the fire.
Okay. Alright. And unless you've got anything else for us, I'm going to start rolling my recharge for like my wand.
Alright.
All that stuff.
I'm like, while you do that, I'm like, how is he supposed to stay here if he can't light fires without us being here, though?
Make sure one stays lit.
Yeah, if you can maintain a fire, that's something.
Oh, wow.
Alright, so where are you guys going to? Are you sleeping?
Yeah.
I think that's the plan, yeah.
You're gonna just sleep in the same barracks as him?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Alright.
That way, if someone breaks in and tries to kill us, he'll be there to make sure we don't die.
Okay. Alright, then, I want you three to roll a d6 for me.
Ferret time, baby.
Shush.
1. No, it's a 5.
6.
2 6s. Oh no, that was the recharge.
There's the one.
Yeah.
There it is.
6 and a 1.
Okay, so Aiden, as you go to sleep, you have this, you let sleep take you, and it's not known when you fell asleep and went into the land of dreams. But you begin hearing this melody Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And you just kind of hear it on loop throughout your sleep. You just hear this melody that just goes in one ear and out the other. When you wake up, you think you heard it coming from the keep. Sabrina,
Yes.
you have a nightmare of where that battle downstairs went very differently. Where your allies were incinerated. Where the ghost used a spell that withered Izak to nothing before he reached him. That melted Sigurd until he was nothing. And all that's left was you. And all the enemies just closing in on you. Nero going with a spell where his forepaw turns like this sickly withered color and approaches you. You're trying to run away, you're trying to counterspell, you're trying to move, but you can't. It's like you're locked in place. And he touches you with the finger or the paw, and that is when you wake up in a cold sweat. I'm going to say you only get half your spell slots back.
Do I choose which ones?
Like in
I
each
get-
level, you'll get half back.
Rounded up or down?
Rounded down,
Okay.
meaning you'll always get one.
Well, that wrecks my plan. Some degree.
Rip.
I think I can still work with it.
Sinbad, you get a lot of things on your mind, but you have a good night's rest. You get the benefits of a long rest.
Yay. I've got goodies again.
And you wake up in the barracks. You see Izak like kind of draping off the side of the bed, drunk or hung over.
Bree kind of assesses her magic capabilities and size.
Well, that messes with things, but all right. Gotta move forward with this. Let's go get that spell book taken care of.
You guys deal with that. I remembered something.
Aiden, if we get attacked by something because it spawns, if something spawns because of that book when I try to dispel the magic, we're gonna need someone there.
She kind of snaps her paw somehow in front of his face.
Aiden,
Hmm.
we need you there.
Okay.
All right.
Also,
We're
you
gonna
have only half your HP back too.
Well, she hadn't lost any, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, then you get it all back.
Well, she'd lost some, but it would be enough. So, okay.
All right, you're gonna go up to the
The spell book room.
I believe it was this one.
Okay.
And it was on the desk here.
All right. She's going to cast Augury, not as a ritual.
All right.
And she's going to try casting Dispel Magic at a 4th level spell slot on this book to get rid of the glyph that is protecting it.
All right. So, what are you doing in what order here?
Okay, so she's going to cast Augury
All right.
and get the result from that from what I just described.
All right. Augury, I
I
believe.
can't believe it.
I believe
Augury's gonna be useful.
Okay. So before you do this, you get. So you start praying. To whom do you think you would be doing this towards?
I didn't think that far into it.
Do it on Fulgur. It'll be fine.
Which legendary are you
I
praying
mean,
to?
you've met a few. Well, not met a few. You know of a few.
I
Yeah,
guess
you could also try Mew. What could go wrong?
All right. Being one of the deities, the legendaries you know of, you start. You look at Aiden's sword, and begin getting guidance from this the truth, the all-seeing, all-knowing truth dragon. And you think of the sacred flame, which your acquaintances from the hallowed flames pray to, and the response that comes from you is this kind of deep, soothing voice, and it says, "Whoa."
Okay. Alright, scratch that idea. We're not touching this thing.
There's only one row. We only need to be concerned if it's two.
We're not touching it, Sib.
Can we just scrub it like the last one?
I don't know. I already used my augury for the day.
I mean, we can't just leave this thing here.
I am not in a state where I can deal with whatever comes out. Who knows if Sigurd would even help us? Ezek's hung over. It's pretty much just you and Aiden that are at full right now.
I'm like, why are you not at top shelf?
I had a nightmare. Let's just say Grandpa did a whole lot better than he did for real.
Yeah, he does those.
So, I guess we just leave it here then.
Can I go now?
Yeah.
What, we can do it again tomorrow.
I suppose so. Alright, Aiden. Go ahead.
Yeah, you said it was a sound that sounded like it was coming from. Where was it?
You just heard it resounding through the keep when you woke up, but you don't know if it was in your head or if it was just some remnants of the dream. Just for the record, you didn't use Dispel Magic, though.
Correct.
Yeah, all right.
I think Aiden's actually gonna go look around the place. Maybe he'll try to find that mirror again.
Well, that's what Sabrina was gonna do once Aiden was done. She was gonna look for that mirror.
All right, that was where was that? I think that was on the 3rd floor, or no, it was on the second. It was in it was in this room, the top right room of the keep. So you make your way through the keep, Aiden. I guess Sabrina too. And you enter this this cozy little room at the top of it, and there is a broken mirror on the ground. Large. It looks like it hung on the wall at some point.
All right. She's going to kind of sit it upright and have a look at it, inspect it, and see if it's like the one back at the forest outpost.
Do an Arcana check.
Okay. $19.
You put your paw against it and feel it, and there is definitely some. You close your eyes and visualize, and your just hairs stand up on the back of your neck. Your ears go upright, twitching. You can definitely sense some magical energy coming from this. It's not a normal mirror, but it is broken.
This is a lot like the one. Well, it's magic at the very least. It's not a normal mirror at all. I think we might have another one.
Or the same one.
You're not in this room.
I know.
Where did you go, Sinbad?
I don't know.
You're still. You're still in the room with the. Well, you were in the room with the book.
Yeah, I guess Sinbad would have just gone looking for the last orb, I guess.
Do you have any place in particular you want to go?
I'm like, it's probably in the room that's locked up that we can't access. Guess he would probably check like the elevator shaft rooms.
Like which one in particular?
I'm like, I don't know.
Just say like which.
This one, southwest, I guess.
All right. Yeah, the layout's in documents, so you can see like each room if you.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I was just gonna check all of them. Not that big.
Well, just one room in particular, because there might be secrets in all of them, and just kind of making it that broad is kind of.
Like, yeah. I'm like, southwestern one, the one that kind of looks like it has a Lugia statue on the mini map.
Which floor?
Base. First floor.
First floor. Okay. Okay. Let's take you to the first floor. I guess I can open up since we're exploring, we can open up this guy. All right. So you wanted to be here?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a statue of Krya you see before you, and it looks. It definitely sticks out because it looks like it's made of a different material, like someone put it here. Replaced whatever was there before.
Interesting. Is there anything like in the eyes or the hands or around the back of this statue?
Do an investigation check.
Okay. This is not going to end well. Let's see. Yeah. This is gonna be a straight D20. 16.
I wouldn't say that's bad.
You begin investigating the statue, just pulling on certain parts of it. When you notice there's kind of the wings could be moved. They can be pushed down.
Alright, well, I guess we'll fold in Krya's wings.
All right. It begins to the statue. You push the wings down, and it kind of gives a clicking sound, and it slides forward with kind of you on it, so you're kind of riding the statue right now. And there is a box under it, a little small chest.
Alright. Well, let's open it, I guess.
Okay, you open the chest. It's not locked. You just unlatch it, and there is a score inside. Sheet music.
Oh no. This. Well, I guess I know what to do with it, although none of us can play it.
What are you two doing?
Bree's gonna go to the throne room and have a look around in there.
No, Aiden actually gonna see if he could find any scattered pieces in the mirror on the floor if it had fallen over. He wanted to see if he could actually start sticking things back on it.
It's merely just. It seems like it's just cracked. There aren't any fragments at all.
Ah,
Could we repair it since we're proficient with glass blowing?
Maybe. It's magic, but you could possibly apply that here, maybe.
are mirrors even glass? I thought they were something else.
They have glass, but they've usually got some sort of metallic sheet behind them, which is what does the reflecting. So the glass would be shattered, but the metallic sheet behind would probably be intact.
But it is magic.
Well, Sabrina's pretty good at magic.
So
Okay, so here's what Sabrina's gonna do. Wait, how many do I have on me? I know I left a whole lot of them back at the... Yeah, I left them all back at town. I don't have the meteor shards with me.
Okay.
Remind me, how big exactly is this mirror? Like, it's
about 3 feet.
oh,
And
okay.
you wouldn't happen to have any meteor fragments on you, would you?
I'm not the one who was holding any of them. I think. In other words, he means no, none.
Alright. Well, another thing to try, maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna go check the throne room.
Okay. You go to the throne room where the small door you made is.
Still there.
It's still there, yes. There are what seems like 2 chests on either side of the room with a throne at the end.
You need to barricade that door.
She's gonna go inspect the chest. Actually, before she does, she's going to stand at a distance and use Mage Hand to poke it.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Had to do the mimic check. Okay, she's gonna go up to it and inspect it for any sort of trap or anything.
All right. Do a, yeah, I guess investigation or
Yeah,
perception.
specifically where the latch is. All right, 20 plus
If you're
8.
looking at the latch, you can tell it's already open. Like it's been opened already.
Okay. In that case, I think she's just gonna try to open it.
Yeah, you open it. It's empty.
All right, she's gonna go do the same thing with the other one.
If you're looking at the latch again, it's in the exact same state.
All right, flip it open.
Nothing inside.
See it. All right. Nothing but dust and echoes.
Actually, if you're looking at the dust, investigation.
Oh, okay.
When the dust is sus.
At one.
Okay, yeah, it's when you there's something suspicious about the dust, but then you sneeze and it's yeah, all the dust flies all over you.
Uh, and finally, she's gonna go up to the throne and start checking it out.
All right, are you looking for anything in particular here?
Buttons, probably.
All
Buttons,
right.
pressure plates, jewels, or anything that are laid in it.
All right, you can do an investigation check.
24.
So you examine this throne. It's made out of a. It seems like it's made out of ice, actually, but then upon closer inspection, it's kind of made to look like ice. You don't know what the material is, but it's not actually ice, but it looks like it. When you go around it, you notice something at a particular angle when you look at the back of it. There is inscribed something in the ice language.
All right.
Well, not a lot I can do about this.
She's at least going to like copy it down onto a piece of paper.
All right. Yep. You can do that. Let's hop back to Aiden. What will you do?
All right. Thing is, I'm still just kind of curious about like if that was just a dream or what did I hear. So it was just like throughout the entire heap,
Yeah.
no real sense of direction.
Yeah, it was in that state when you were just waking up, and it's kind of like you were in sleep paralysis or something, and
Um, looking at each of the rooms, trying to figure out where I wanted to go.
I'm gonna ask you next, Sinbad. So prepare what you might want to do.
Yeah, I have something in mind.
All right.
Actually, so where was that workshop at? That was second floor, top right room. I think I'm actually gonna take the mirror down there.
Okay. That's the laboratory. Yes. All
Might want to clean the fish stains off of the.
Yeah. So when you enter the laboratory, Aiden, there is it still kind of smells like fish in here, and you can see kind of the remnants of some seafood on the workbenches.
All right. Well, I'm gonna at least prop up the mirror in the corner.
Okay.
Just maybe set it aside, and I think the idea is given what's around this laboratory, is there anything that looks like any leftover shards, or does that powder that we saw before look like it was meteorite related or something?
Why don't you give a Arcana check?
I'll check. I do not have proficiency in these. Dirty 20.
All right. So you're not that well versed in magic, but from what you've seen, this looks like the dust is grounded up meteor, but you were told it would become inert if you were to try to chip off pieces or ground it up, but this seems like someone was able to do that. Is ground it up and it still kind of has magical properties.
Huh. Okay. Scratch that and trying to use that to repair the mirror then. That needs to be saved away for later to talk about. Okay, that's actually gonna change a lot of things then, because I thought maybe use that, but set this aside. And in terms of just tools, like there's basically it's the kitchen sink.
Yeah, everything you would possibly need is in here regarding just for a magical laboratory or practical tools.
Yeah. The fact that I imagine if I wanted to actually attempt repairs in this mirror, I would need shards.
Well, you can try. Just request something and we'll see what happens.
All right. The only thing I really got is the glass blowers kit, unfortunately. But using that, I'm curious if I could at least sort of take a closer look at the crack that's gone through this mirror.
All right. You look at the crack. With your proficiency, you can tell it's well cracked, but it's the magical aspect of it that's kind of still you don't really know.
This isn't my specialty. Maybe Sigurd. No, Sinbad or Sabrina might know. Yeah, in that case, I guess I'll just leave everything there for now. I'm just gonna effectively have it like set up as almost like the start of a project.
All right. So you collected the dust there too?
Yeah, I want that stored in something safe. So probably, or I imagine it's probably already like the vials and stuff around. I could probably just store that in and
you could store it in something here.
Yeah,
like a vial or something.
Yeah, I'll do that because I think I'm gonna bring that with me and try to show that to the group.
All right, Sinbad, you had just found a music score.
Yup, which means there's only one place to go from here. The piano.
There are actually kind of several ones in here.
Yeah, there's a music room upstairs. There's a music room downstairs.
Well, I mean, we all know the one that I'm thinking of is the one downstairs.
The giant set piece of an organ.
Yeah.
Well, there's the organ up on the second floor, and then there's kind of a theater room in the ground floor.
Oh, I thought that was like a grand piano down there. But it's just like a theater?
I say go for the theater, man.
Yeah, we were.
It's not like we can't play it in both places.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, DM said they can only play it in one place.
This thing's just the piano that's sitting here in the music room too.
Yeah, well, if there's a piano on the first floor, that's where Sinbad's going because it's closest.
That actually is an organ according to the picture there. That's an organ and that's two pianos.
All right, you are in the theater room. There is multiple seats set up around the theater. There's a stick, that metal stick, coming out of the ground there, right there. And there's a large organ over here, very similar to the one upstairs.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I suppose the stick is still stuck in the ground. Like if Sinbad walks past and gives it a yank.
Nothing happens. It just stays there.
Right. It is. It's music time then.
So I'll only let you play this if you have music proficiency.
Yeah, I figured it would be something like that. I don't.
If you have like specifically like keyboard instruments, some sort of keyboard instruments, I would let you take a check. Or no, if I'd let you play it. If you just have a music proficiency in general, I'd make you roll for it. But if you don't have any, you're just bam, 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 bam.
So basically, like Quill tried to play it.
Yeah.
Sag. I was hoping my performance would let me roll it at disadvantage.
No.
Performance
No.
remotely the same as musical talent.
I'm like,
Guys, no.
oh no. Well, this is what we're doing. We're mashing at the keys and hoping for the best.
Oh no.
He knows that some of those notes mean hit him harder and other ones mean hit him with a bit of time in between.
So, as you're trying to recall that melody, Aiden, it's like on the tip of your mind as when you try to remember a dream, but then you hear bang, 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 and it's just hard to focus on what it was.
What?
Be quiet!
Does Sabrina hear that from the throne room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zip, what are you doing?
Wouldn't you have to come like all the way over to me?
Zip, what are you doing?
As you pass by saying, Sib, what are you doing? You hear throughout the keep as you pass by here, Sabrina, Sib, what are you doing?
She walks back up to it and taps it.
You hear a through the keep.
Interesting.
Did only Sabrina hear this? Or did
You
this
all
echo?
heard this.
Ah.
Oh well, if it managed to get through Sinbad land, he'd probably stop playing at that point.
That's when Izak comes in. What are you doing in here? You're making so much noise, trying to sleep, head awake.
Well, this thing broadcasts whatever it hears throughout the keep, apparently. And Sib's just making a lot of noise. I can't answer for that one. Sib, what are you doing?
Well, I found the music in one of the chests, so I figured it was probably hooked up to some kind of mechanism or something.
Well, that wasn't music. That was noise.
I mean, isn't it the same thing?
On a fundamental level, I suppose, but...
Yep.
Here, let me see that. Yep, I can't read it.
Given the amount of noise that's coming from this room now, Aiden's gonna head in and
Aiden, can you read music?
no. But funny you should mention music. Actually,
I can read that. I can read that.
Oh, really? Well, here you go.
She hands it up to him.
What were you saying, Aiden?
Well, I'll just wait.
He puts it on and then he starts playing it. And he actually can play it. But when he plays it, it sounds kind of off. Not that he's playing it wrong. It seems incomplete. And Aiden, this sounds very similar to the melody you heard.
Okay, that's weird.
What is it?
While this is going on, somebody's gonna try to like pull the lever or baton or whatever it is.
So, yeah.
Just feels weird to say it, but more weird dreams. More specifically, weird dreams involving that music.
Seems like it's
specific-
incomplete. It needs another piece. There's another part of the score. Someone else would have to play it.
I don't know how to play.
Oh. You're lost then. He just kind of stomps back and goes back upstairs.
Okay, this is more of a curiosity, but could Aiden at least sort of like poke out the notes that I'm assuming that maybe he has like the rest of the song in his mind? Did like it stop at the same time that Isaac kind of stopped in the piece, or was there more of it in his head?
It wasn't that he it stopped. It just seems like there were pieces missing from what Isaac was playing. Meaning like there's another score that's supposed to complement this one.
Oh, like multiple pieces all played at once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, we're gonna have to find people that can play then. Hopefully, the dragons can.
And Sinbad, it doesn't move. In fact, you make those like as you touch it, it kind of makes like weird like moving around sounds throughout the key.
Sib, stop it. Please don't.
Wait, is that playing sound throughout the whole keep?
Yes, and for my sanity's sake, I hope it isn't due to magic mouth.
Well, it's a great idea.
Oh no.
If you attach a magic mouth to every key, you can make it so every time it makes a sound, it'll make the sound and then repeat it. So magic mouths around the whole the whole building could just repeat it in louder fragments.
That sounds really either inefficient or far too expensive for whatever this thing is.
Anyway, I found something written on the back of the throne in the throne room. Did you find anything interesting, Aiden?
Actually, so I was going to take the mirror over to the lab, and I did find something really interesting. Do you remember how, I forget who was it that said exactly, MDRA mentioned you can't grind down the meteors?
Yeah.
Well, have a look at this. And he pulls out the vial with the meteor dust.
Yeah. So you see a vial full of this kind of powder that looks purple and this neon greenish, the very same color as the meteor is. And it seems like it is not inert or anything. It seems like it has some magic in there as it's glowing.
Does it look similar, if not identical, to what the MDRA guys were sprinkling on the flowers over at the outpost?
Yes, it does.
Well, it's either a new discovery or they're just straight up lying to us.
What was that?
Immediately, as usual, with the sound of Holy Avenger shouting in his head, you see Aiden flinch.
Oh, sorry, Aiden.
Inquire who was lying.
This one wants to know who's lying. I think
Well,
we all
we don't
know.
have any solid proof that they're lying. It could be a misunderstanding at this point. The MDRA told us that these meteorites couldn't be ground up or they'd become inert, but we saw them using it when it wasn't inert. However, we were told this quite some time ago. It's entirely possible that they made a discovery and simply didn't tell us.
Very well. Next time we visit these MDRA, I shall open my beacon of truth, and only the truth shall be heard from such treachery. You, of course, do not hear this, Sabrina.
Okay.
We may want to be careful about going to the MDRA again.
The sword's getting huffy, isn't it?
I don't think they're going to appreciate another zone of truth.
I don't think they would either. Well, ask the sword if it would be okay with this. Ask it if it would be okay if we simply asked them first, and if they volunteered the information that they knew about it, then no harm done. Is that okay with it?
Can Holy Avenger just kind of hear her asking a question, or does it? Have to
Yeah,
repeat that?
it hears her. It sees and hears like all around it, and it says, "No, I was not out of line when I did it the first time. I shall do it again. They're liars. The truth must be heard from them."
You're not going to like the answer.
She puts her paw at the side of her head and just kind of rubs it.
They're the only people that we have any sort of good standing with, Mr. Sword. Please don't ruin this for us.
Are they truly your friends if they deceive and lie to you?
Like I said, they might not have been lying at the time. If we simply asked them...
Oh, she can't hear it.
Yeah.
It's probably easier if I just hold.
He draws Holy Avenger so that way Sabrina can at least place a paw on the hilt.
Or you kind of have a group conversation with the sword right now.
She touches it.
Sinbad's gonna do it as well, just so we can all hear what it's saying.
Yeah, and it repeats the same thing again. They are not your true friends if they have to lie to you.
Well, like I said, they might not be lying. Maybe we simply just haven't asked. Maybe if we just ask, they'll tell us.
Yes, and I can make sure 100% they are telling the truth.
Well, we'll already know if they're telling the truth or lying because we have evidence right here. Not to mention we've actually seen them using it on the flowers.
Do a persuasion roll.
I'm glad that I got proficiency in this. We'll see if it does anything.
You got
8.
No.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't matter, they could be lying about that too. My method is the true way, the sacred flame way.
Unfortunately, Holy Avenger's got a point about them potentially just lying.
Once they lie, they will weave a web of lies, trying to deceive you. I told you I have no bias against them, but I am slowly gaining one.
But if they kick us out, we'll never be able to find any truth from them whatsoever.
We should not associate with them, then.
Bree just kind of looks disheartened, lets go of the hilt, and says,
Did you find this stuff in the lab, Aiden?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in there, actually. Like, between that and,
I wonder if we can use this to repair the mirror.
mean, yeah, but
Professor
wouldn't it be better?
Professor Takas said that he needed an entire, well, crystal to do it.
And that mirror was also how big?
I don't know, but I want to try this.
I mean,
we-
that mirror just goes to the storm plane.
We need to get there
Shouldn't-
eventually, don't we?
Shouldn't we learn to make this first? Instead of just, trying it on the mirror?
Well, I'm pretty good with magic, Aiden, and, well, I know how to blow glass just as much as you do.
I just,
Let me at least have a look at it, okay?
He doesn't have much else to add. Just starts walking back towards the lab with the vial. But
Okay. You make your way back up to the lab. I assume all three of you are there.
No, Sinbad's gonna go to the other piano room now.
oh no.
Okay.
And yeah. Let's resolve this first thing first.
Okay. So it's on the same floor, and it's kind of the room next, so you're not straying far from the group. But you two are in the lab. You see the propped up mirror against the wall, Sabrina.
Okay. Is there enough dust scattered about the room for her to gather up an extra small sample?
Yeah, it was on a workbench that you could get. You could probably get 2 of these small vials filled of it.
Okay, she's going to take an empty vial and get a small, like, just enough to make a layer of it at the bottom of the vial.
Mhm.
And she's going to try heating it over a burner to see if it melts or what sort of properties change about it as she does so. Physical, magical, chemical, or otherwise.
Okay.
We're doing science.
Let's do either a sleight of hand or an arcana sleight of hand.
Okay.
Wait, you mean like a sleight of hand using your int?
Yeah. Or int sleight of hand is what I meant, not arcana.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, I was just a little
significantly
confused.
worse. Okay, that's a +6. +11.
So you start. You don't really know the temperature to use regarding this material, but you put it in over the flame, and it begins kind of shaking your paw. You don't know if it's just your muscles or if it's the what you're using, what you're actually heating up, the meteor dust. But then when you think it just out of nowhere, there's this crackle, and then it blows up.
Like violently or just like a poof of smoke out the top?
A little violently. You take a since it was very small, you only take 1 necrotic damage and roll a d4. Or roll a d100 and a d20.
Okay. Well, the ward bounces that off, but let's see what we get here.
All right.
Unshiny. Unshiny.
6
36.
and a d20, you said,
Yeah.
and a 3.
Okay.
On demand wild magic surges.
All right. So it was 36 and 3.
Yeah.
So something strange happened, Sabrina. The surrounding area of this lab's the smells that you took in, the smell of the meteor, which smelled like ozone, it's all gone.
Okay.
You can't smell, like, Aiden had a very distinct smell on him, and you can't smell him either.
Wait
Is
a
this
minute.
only Sabrina sensing this, or losing
Yeah,
sense of
you
this?
still smell everything, Aiden. It smells awful in here after that explosion.
Aiden, can you smell anything?
It smells awful.
Oh, great, I'm a
Maybe
knob.
next time don't use. We're gonna need more safety gear in here.
Great, I'm a nosmic now. This is gonna make eating difficult. Oh well. Good thing I'm not horribly underweight or anything. Alright, let's try this again.
No.
What?
Aiden just like grabs the. All right, I imagine this. Did the vial blow up at this point, or?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, the sample you had just exploded. It's gone. You only did a little bit, so.
Yeah, Aiden's gonna at least defensively pull the one vial that he still has.
Oh, I'm not gonna use all of that. We're definitely keeping at least one full vial, Aiden. If you're not comfortable being in here while I do this, you're free to go elsewhere, but, I feel like I didn't do very well that time.
He just shakes his head and is like,
No, you're tinkering around like I would be tinkering in my workshop. I think maybe you.
She's already gathering more into another vial.
Okay.
Aiden immediately is looking around for any like safety equipment at this point.
There is safety equipment. It's but you don't think it would account for this volatile meteor blowing up.
Oh, jeez.
Look, maybe let me do it.
Alright, I guess that's fine. You can be my assistant for today.
And she hands him the vial that has a thin layer at the bottom.
Okay.
When he takes the vial from her, he's just got some rather annoyed look at being called an assistant.
All right. So if you want to do the same thing, maybe a little precise with your steady hands, it would be int sleight of hand. So basically, you can add your int proficiency and whatever else you got.
Okay, hold up. The gloves do not apply in this chance because no, it says it's a bonus to sleight of hand,
All right. Doesn't say dex anywhere there.
but it does says bonus to dexterity sleight of hands checks. So
Yeah, but you're using int.
yeah, okay, so no +5 on that. That's still a +11.
All right.
+11. Ouch. 16.
Okay, so you're a lot more careful with this sample, and as you heat it up at just the right spot, it seems like it's getting more. It seems like it's congealing together, almost becoming. It's not when Sabrina was doing it. It started boiling and then it exploded, but with you, it seems to just like congeal together, and it looks like it's becoming like almost like putty.
Aiden, do you think you can shape this thing?
I was about to say, I was gonna wonder if maybe this is kind of what they did for the upgrades in Mechagross.
Probably is.
In which case, and she's going to cast message to him.
Sounds like they probably did lie to us.
Yeah, it does not hear that.
He does briefly stop because she's in his head at that, but he I guess has like tongs on the vial, given it's probably at a pretty high temperature at this point, and
Hold up, do you have any oh, there's nothing like cast here. This isn't the forge. Wait,
he's gonna pull out a short sword actually.
All
One of
right.
the short swords, and he's going to attempt to very carefully pour a line down the blade.
All right, you don't have very much here, so you wouldn't be able to do too much.
Actually, Aiden, I was thinking shaping it into a needle shape. I actually,
She's going to take out all of her little schematics for the meteor compass,
All right.
and she's going to show it to him, and she's going to say,
I think we could find a whole lot more meteors a whole lot more easily if we could make something into this. And for that, I'd need something that was more of a needle shape.
That's a much better test.
He straightens the vial again.
I was just thinking of if we could see what happens if it's applied to a blade. Anything that's just
Well,
immediate.
yeah, I've got
Do
plenty of
you have a cast?
meteors. I've got plenty of meteor back in town. If we can figure out how to grind this up or get it from the MDRA, then we could do all sorts of experiments.
He's. It's like 9-day now, considering that he's getting to play around with something like this. Is there anything I could argue from like the spare parts here that I might have like? Oh, the problem's gonna be getting it out.
do you have smithing tools?
I do.
Well, you could just
I
ask.
kind of want to make a tiny little cast that would look like a needle. And just get
Okay,
this
that
little
can-
bit of meteorite into.
All right. You probably don't have like a specific cast for that, but you can definitely
Yeah, I don't
make
know.
one. But
Is it liquid or more like you said, like putty?
it's like putty when it's heated up at the right temperature.
You might be
Right.
able to just hammer it into a needle shape.
Hammering meteorite.
Well, we're never going to find out what happens to it if we do that if we never do it.
Thought we already established that.
Well, think about it this way, Aiden. Your dad said that he was going to try to make an entire suit of armor out of meteorite when we gave it to him, right? That means that you must be able to work it somehow.
Hmm. Okay.
He's gonna, in that case, he's gonna look at the rest of the smithing tools and see if he can find a spot that's similar to an anvil in here, if there is one.
All right. This is more of a lab and not really a
Yeah,
smithing
that's the
room.
problem I was thinking of. Is it's not really this. It's not really this smithing,
Yeah.
as it is just lab. So
Didn't we see something that qualified as sort of a smithing place in here?
You have the map.
Oh, right, it's in the
Yeah.
documents.
If you don't write counts. No.
We'll go to Sinbad while you guys are deciding.
Yeah.
All right, Sinbad.
All
you're,
right.
you're in the other music room. This one looks more like a bar, but there's a large organ that looks similar to the one downstairs.
Yeah, so he's gonna start looking around here for where the sheet music could be. If there isn't anything like a statue or drawers or potential secret compartments, he's gonna like open the piano and stick his face in organ pipes and stuff like that.
You can check around the room. I'll let you do a investigation check.
All right, let's see what we get here. Oh yeah, it's a straight D20. That's right. I'm not good at this. Oh wait, but I do get the D4 because it's only been 1 day since that surge. That did not help. You know what? I'm feeling lucky. If that's allowed.
What's it say regarding lucky? Is it ability checks as well? I think it is. It's like D20 rolls, right?
Let's see. It says D20 test, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 18.
When you look in one of the pipes, there's something down inside one of them. As you reach down, something's in there, but it's kind of stuck in there. It's fixed in there. Something round.
I don't suppose Mage Hand could pull it out.
It's stuck in there, so you can't really pull it. You'd need. The problem is it's such a small hole that like a big hand can't go down there, but it's stuck in there, so you need someone strong to pull it out, or whatever other method you would use to get it out.
Could I just like take the entire pipe out?
Without breaking the organ.
Well, I mean, organ pipes are meant to be modular. You can pop them in and out. At least I think, anyway.
Because it's in kind of the center. So even then, it's just kind of stuck inside of a pipe. It's like, imagine it's basically plumbing right now. Just something is stuck in your pipes.
I'm like,
You got a fishing pole?
oh, a fishing pole. That'd be nice. Let's see, is there any way I can cheat with magic here?
I like that's how you're describing it, is by cheating with magic.
Am I allowed to give suggestions, or is he on his own?
He's on his own for now. You guys are experimenting.
I'm like, let's see. I mean, potentially I could. No, I'd have to be able to tie it around.
I mean, if you do want help, they're in the other room. You've heard a small explosion as you were doing this, by the way.
Oh, how long am I anosmic?
Permanently. Until you use remove curse.
Oh, the price of being shiny has gone up. Let's see. Yeah, he's probably just gonna. Yeah, he's just gonna have to walk back over. My first plan was to rope trick it out, except for I was like, oh, I have to tie it around.
Yeah.
I'd need an adhesive for that. Fortunately, I think I now know where to get.
So you see, as you bring it over to the attention of Sabrina and Aiden, it seems like they're hard at work with this dust they found.
Okay, so now I can make a suggestion.
Yeah.
I've got some oil here. Maybe you could try putting some oil on it and it'd make it easier to pull out.
Wouldn't that make it harder for me to pull on, though?
Probably. Just a suggestion.
I'm like, I was thinking of maybe gluing a rope and or putting glue on the end of a rope, sticking it down there, and then pulling it out with the rope.
That's when we know we're playing D&D, guys. So what if we use a rope and do we put something?
Yeah, if only. Can we vortex warp it?
It has to be a creature.
Oh no.
Although everything that a creature is holding goes with it.
Yeah, but that would just make the whole pipe teleport with us.
You're not holding the pipe, though. You're holding the thing that's in it.
Yeah, it's something like a crowbar, but more curves on the end.
Yeah, we could use a crowbar. Because it's long and thin with a hook at the end of it.
Bree's
could
gonna go
probably
through the
try it.
equipment and try to find some tongs in the lab.
Yeah, you can find tongs easily.
We have
Here, maybe try
tongs.
this.
All right, that sounds good. We're going with tongs.
All right. If you're gonna just try and pull it out, do an athletics check to try and pull it
I'm
out.
like, it's okay. The Holy Avenger's with me on this one. If it works for the Holy Avenger, it'll work for... No, I don't like that. Hold on. Maybe the No. Alright, it's time to be lucky. Like I said, Holy Avenger. 13.
13 is not enough to pry it out. You have a hard time just kind of getting it with the tongs. It's kind of like as you try to clamp them down, it just kind of slides off a bit. It's just not working.
I need someone else on the other half of this tong.
Are we even nearby right now, or did we just go back to the lab?
Back to the lab again.
It's probably just going back and forth and then saying this crap.
Do you want me to try, or do you want to actually hold up?
He pulls out that potion of hill giant strength that he has.
You're really gonna waste that thing on this?
I don't think it's a good idea, but I mean, if it's that
Why
bad that we
don't you
need to
just
grab
test
it.
music?
Well, it could be one of the orb thingies.
Let me try.
Not with the hill giant strength. Save that. We're gonna need that later. You know we will.
Yeah,
He puts it back.
just let me try.
You want me to help with by holding one of the tong sides?
No.
Okay.
All right, make an athletics check, Aiden.
Funny, I'm actually pretty good at these.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Dirty
what you
20.
needed. So with your nimble, dexterous fingers, you're able to reach inside, and just the natural stickiness of your fingers, how you're able to cling to walls, you're able to do it, and just you start pulling on it, and just this popping sound as you are now holding another one of these red orbs.
Huh.
How many do we need? 4?
How many do we have?
3?
Yeah, we've got 3.
Didn't we need? Was it 4 or 5? Or is it just 3?
I don't know. Ask Bree. She remembers.
She's up in the lab still.
I know, so we're gonna walk back to the lab again.
You see them holding a orb, Sabrina.
Oh, you found the other one?
I told you it was in there.
Okay, good. Aiden, this isn't gonna stay like this forever. We should probably try this now.
Right. Army's not gonna have anything. I either need to just use the floor or
The floor is made of stone, right?
Yep.
It's not ideal, but the floor should be sufficient.
oh, this is gonna suck.
Yeah, he's gonna just kind of keep himself on the ground then, and I guess propped up on his arms, try to start pouring this thing out and maybe shape it into a needle.
All right. So I'm going to have you do 3 kinds of checks here. I'm going to first have you do an intelligence sleight of hand
Okay.
to make sure like the material's all right and heated to the degree that you can meld it. Good.
25.
Good. All right. You got it. Now you're going to do a dexterity sleight of hand to shape it into the form of a needle.
19.
It seems a little... It seems okay. It might not be too reliable, though. You could try again, but you might break it if you get too low.
Okay, I'm thinking we can just end up making a better one later. I don't want to break this.
All right.
You rolled a 3, Ice.
I know. Actually, oh, wait, you're right.
Meaning the DC is gone. If you get low, it'll break. But, yeah. Meaning it's
Roll a
like,
3.
if you get the same, basically, if whatever you think the DC is, and you don't make it, it's going to break.
The DC is like 25.
Bree will ready to spell magic in case something starts to blow, in case it blows up and tries to do another surge.
Okay, yeah, Aiden's gonna try it. He's gonna go for another.
All
He's
right.
gonna
Just try to
he thinks
fix
he can
it.
do better.
All right.
Yep.
I feel like dispel magic on a surge would make the surge worse.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, it was worse. Yeah, I
2!
All right, so it as you try to shape this needle, it was a little bent on the end, but then it just snaps off and it blows up in your face.
Oh, ow.
But this is a very small one, so
Was there a wild surge?
there will be, and dispel magic won't stop it. So use
Okay.
that spell
I knew I
slot.
had an interest in my RNG.
Necrotic. So we take 2 points of necrotic damage and roll a D100 and D20.
This is how you became teal green.
45, 9.
All right, 45, huh? So after this this explosion in the room, you begin to glow red, Aiden. This outline of red is now around you.
Ah. Huh.
I thought only chestpins were red.
He's not red, he just has like a red outline around him.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Can I tell if this is permanent or what?
You look at it and it'll last 1 day.
All right, that doesn't look too bad. At least
I'm
you're not a
wrong.
Nosmic forever.
It's you're essentially affected by the fairy fire spell for a day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, let's try again.
Okay. First, so I'm gonna say this is kind of the last of the first vial to make this.
Or the sec?
Okay.
Okay, I guess if there's only that much left, she's gonna hold off on it.
You still have a full vial, which I'll say has kind of 3 small needle-like doses or 1 large dose of the powder.
Okay. I think we should risk it again, guys.
All right. So you're gonna make.
I'm like, I don't know if I don't know if Sinbad could help with this in any way.
If you're proficient in any of the things he's going to be using, then you can. So first, it's
Alright.
basically sleight of hand. So, are you proficient in sleight of hand?
I'm like, no.
No, then you can't really help.
I'm like, come back to me, Arcana checks.
All right. So that's the Arcana will be the last one. So you could help with that part. But he's doing 2 sleight of hands. First an int one, then a dex one, then an Arcana. You can maybe pass it off to someone else to do which part's the task you want to do.
I'm going to let someone else handle that Arcana check.
All right.
All right. Bree will take that.
Yeah, I'm like, you just want me helping here. You do not want me rolling.
All right. So first we do an int sleight of hand for heating it up.
Okay. 17. Gosh, I'm rolling badly.
That's kind of in the same area. It seems like you could. It's not heating up properly, but if you try again, you could get it and fix it. But if you roll low again, well, not high enough again, it'll explode. Or you could just give up and scrap it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
We'll spend this last one and no more.
Okay.
I am so upset.
All right, you take 2 points of necrotic damage and roll a d20 and d100 as it explodes again.
Okay, so D100 first. 29. D20. 13.
So the D100 was 29. Wait, what's 13? Aiden, you feel more hardier as your constitution increases by 2 for 1 day.
Huh.
So you see more muscles like on Aiden. He's like he hulked out. You're like the first Spider-Man movie where he kind of looks at himself in the mirror afterwards. He has like a 6-pack.
Oh my gosh.
Bree looks very disappointed.
Aiden's also just disappointed, considering that he's got like glass shards in his face right now.
It's a good thing you didn't get 1 through 8 on the D20 there.
Oh, I don't want to imagine how badly that could have gone. Luckily, I couldn't have gotten that low.
This is not like working at the forge.
We're gonna need to get a proper forge set up here then.
Maybe. I also haven't done any work in a long while.
Yeah, maybe you're just a bit rusty.
Maybe it would be better if I practiced with less volatile stuff.
Maybe.
And
Either
let's
way,
save this other vial.
yeah, we're saving that other file. Anyway, we are going to need to head back over to the MDRA and see if they can upgrade my meteor focus. Because I am not too keen on staying in Nosmic, but I want to keep all of my other benefits.
I mean, is it really all that bad?
Being in Nosmic it makes everything bland. I might lose some weight because I'll forget to eat, but
No, I mean, is it really all that bad to lose the whatever you got out of this?
She's gonna cast Lightning Lure at nothing in particular.
No.
I'd like to keep this.
And
You know, that would have been useful on that orb.
Well, may have oh, right, we've got these orbs. Let's go put them in the thing.
We are ADHD party right now.
All right, so when you realize that you have 3 orbs, you go back downstairs to the library, and you see the 3 recesses in the end of the library.
When Aiden and Sinbad thought there were 4 and 5.
Alright, we're gonna put them in.
So this flat surface, it kind of like unbolts. Like all the fastenings around it unbolt and just unscrew themselves, and it lifts up, and it slides. It just slides through the floor in front of it, and then from below it, a small platform, circular platform. It kind of looks like a dais, emerges from the floor, and this kind of podium at the end of it goes out, and it fans out, and you can see there's what looks like a spell scroll in it. There seems to be runes that appear on the floor, and they spiral out and just connect and weave together until it is done. You see these light blues and greens all just connect with each other, and what you recognize before you is a teleportation circle.
Oh, this makes things a whole lot easier.
Or a whole lot worse.
do we know?
Where it goes? Not
Yeah.
until we go into it.
You guys don't know how teleportation circles work, do you?
You have to set them up. You like they have a few places they can go, but you have to link them together manually. I cannot imagine that this was here unlinked forever.
Sib.
I'm going to ask the DM just to make sure I've got this right. So teleportation circles, they are basically, you can teleport to them from anywhere as long as you know the sequence, right?
The code, yeah. They basically all have a code.
Okay, and this one's code is like clear right in front of Sabrina, right?
Yes, you see it right there.
All right.
But you have to
Sid,
know the spell.
All right.
So, Sib, that's not how teleportation circles work.
She's going to point to the code on it, and she's going to say,
As long as we know this code, we can teleport back here as long as we have the spell. I don't have the spell, but I know where I can get it.
You can commit this one to memory by studying it for a minute.
which she will.
All right.
All right, I'm going to have to make yet another place on my sheet for known teleportation circles.
Sinbad's gonna just
But
kind of.
you've never noted the one in the Kecleon one or the one in the MDRA headquarters because you never studied them. You know they're there, but you don't know the sequence.
Well, we need to go back to town anyway, so
Sinbad's
I've
just
got to
gonna-
buy all.
That's gonna drag up questions.
Well, I've got to go buy that hot sauce, man.
Yeah. And we also have to figure out if the place got exploded or not.
Wait, was that message that Dr. or Professor Waffles gave canon, or did you redact that?
No, it was canon.
Okay. Whoops. Can I tell you what Sabrina would have said for that?
Oh yeah, sure. I forgot about. To be fair, I forgot about it.
Okay, she would have said, "We're worn out, days away, and at each other's throats right now. We'll get there when we can."
Okay. Yeah, she wouldn't probably respond after that anyway. But there is also there is like a podium that arose from the ground with a spell scroll on it near this thing.
Okay, she's gonna check out the spell scroll then.
It's teleportation circle.
Oh, excellent.
Oh
All right, boys, I've
no.
got some studying to do.
I don't like where these lead.
What do you mean?
They lead to carrots in my eyes.
Well, maybe we'll get lucky and get to do it again.
Only if we can put carrots up your nose.
Well, it wouldn't matter because I can't smell them.
That's the point. Sinbad's gonna like poke the teleportation circle, like go in the middle of it and see if it's like active.
No, you'd need a spell to activate it. So when you go into the center of it, it's just kind of you're standing in it. Every time you've used this, someone has cast the spell on you to do it.
Looks like I...
We should probably change the code on this.
I'm not sure if that's possible.
That's not a good thing. Because Nero definitely knows the code.
Well, this one must be special or something because normally you can't teleport in or out of this place. There's a teleportation circle here. It's got to break through that somehow, right?
Didn't it also?
But wouldn't that mean we couldn't teleport into here? So either it only works one way out, which is good for us, or it goes both ways, and Nero can come in any time he wants. Which would definitely align with what he said.
Can't we just close it back up?
Let me research it a bit more. I will. Maybe we can change the sequence. I'll check it out while I'm doing this and get back to you guys.
Meta talk, DM
Yeah.
options.
If you want to put this thing in your spell book, it'd be 10 hours and 500 gold. Or not 500, 250.
She doesn't have the money on her, so she'd have to go back to town anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the money for that, but
So do I.
We can't really go to town anyway
Well,
with this because we need the...
We're also kind of concerned about the whole town situation now?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, wait, no, excuse me. Serena hasn't told us.
Also, in regards to teleportation circle, since you are a fifth level, you know fifth level spells, you'd know that you can't really alter this in any way. It was cast here for a year to do this, or our alternate way, someone casted it 365 times. But yeah, that's all you really know about it.
All right. Well, guess there's only one way to find out.
So I guess we're gearing up to go back to town then?
I guess so. We should probably let Ezek know about this, though.
And Sigurd.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going back to town.
Yeah, we have plenty of time to tell him, though.
Yeah, we should probably get back to town sooner than later, though. I may have neglected to tell you guys something.
I don't like where that's going.
Yeah, you have good reason for that. So, according to Professor Waffles, the town has been attacked again. And according to her, it was by the Queen. But I'm not sure if I believe that.
Well, I have a feeling that somebody quelled that problem rather quickly.
We can only hope. I guess we don't need to go there immediately, considering, well, it'd be too late no matter what. But,
when Dad has the workshop at town, I think I'd rather know if town's been attacked.
that is a very good point.
She is going to go down to the scrying thingy,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to say to Aiden,
Aiden, do you have anything that belongs to your dad?
Belongs. I mean, technically, Dad made the armor.
would that qualify, DM?
Yeah, I would say if he made that, yeah.
And would Aiden... No, Aiden wouldn't count as being a likeness of his father.
No. Well, the best thing you can get is familiar, and you are familiar with them.
Okay.
You have a possession. So what happens is they basically make a check, and it's basically automatic if you've got everything, but you've got possession. If you have a body part, then it will work no matter what.
Yeah, I don't have a body
No.
part. But she is going to try to scry Gunther to see if he's okay.
Let me see here. You can also choose a location with scrying too, I should point out.
Oh, that's right. I often forget that's the case. So she's just going to scry on Calder. Oh, that's a hard choice.
Yeah, it has to be maybe give a little specific place.
Well, see, here's what I'm thinking. If Sabrina scries the room where the teleportation sigil is, she can just get the sequence by doing that.
That's probably better, because then we can just visit the town.
you'd need to supply Sabrina with the money to get it in her spell book.
Don't worry. I have a feeling Aiden is highly motivated to pay you out right now.
So you're gonna try and scry on Alabaster's store in the basement?
Yeah, specifically at the teleportation circle, so she can get the
Wait
sequence.
for it.
Okay. So you go up to the scrying crystal and you begin focusing on this area, and your mind goes out to the stars, and it focuses and goes down into Calder, into the just like in a flash. It's just like this death drop down into the store, but then all you see is just blank white, like almost the equivalent of static noise. It's just you can't really see anything.
Ah,
The jerk's got it warded, and she just kind of pounds her paw against the ground.
What?
Alabaster's got it warded.
You.
And the MDRA's probably got their one over there warded too.
She just kind of taps her chin and ends the scrying.
Yeah.
Can you
Well-
ask for the sequence from someone else who knows it?
It says you specifically have to study it.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
and that scrying thing is one use per day, or is it one use per person per day?
This thing, technically you couldn't use it. It's 24 hours, but whatever. It's only once per day.
Okay.
All right, well, I can at least find out if your dad's okay. Do you want me to do that?
Please.
All right, give me 10 minutes.
All right.
She's gonna put sending into her meteor focus and ask Gunther if he and the town of Calder are okay.
All right. So you guys, what would you guys be doing during the waiting time? Because it's 10 minutes, you could probably do something if you wish.
Honestly, I think Aiden's just gonna be waiting there for a response if he gets one.
Okay. So you focus on Gunther, using your meteor focus to contact him through the sending spell. And as you focus, Sabrina, your spell does not reach him. And that's where we'll end.
Some therapy.
Yeah.
Oh man, table flip.
Okay. So, yes, this will be our break after that. I just wanted to kind of wrap things together. We will be back, I guess, soonish, maybe during July, somewhere in between there, maybe after. There will be something, though, because there is another end to this mission that needs to be told. But with that being said, hope you all have a good summer. Salutations and season's greetings and happy holidays or whatever. I'm bad at this. Okay, yeah, but really, thank you for watching. I know there's some loyal watchers, and yeah, I appreciate it. I'm glad seeing instant feedback in the chat. I'm happy for I love watching my players play. We're almost at 50 episodes, so that's worth something.
Indeed. Don't mind me. I'm just here trying not to scream internally.
Yeah.
I have a plan, and I really hate where this is going.
Okay, well, you have a lot of time to think about it. Unfortunately, Sigurd wasn't here for this, but we shall get his input when he comes back.
Definite shame, but
Yeah.
sometimes life just comes up.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. So you guys have anything to close with before we take a little bit of a break?
Just
Thank you
thank
for the season finale.
Yes, thank you for having us as players for this entire campaign so far.
Yeah, 40.
I'm looking forward to more of it.
Oh boy.
On average, 3 hours times 40, 120 hours of of D&D. Yeah.
Yeah. 40 out of 50
hours.
weeks of a year.
Yeah. We've almost hit upon the like year too. So that's
Crazy
exciting.
how fast it went.
Yeah. We're almost up to like what Landwell's doing in terms
Wow,
of episode
man.
numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to be fair, Landwell was also in hiatus, so
Yeah.
we got time to catch up.
Yeah.
Check that out on Sunday.
Yeah, we're back doing that.
And just don't mind casual plug.
Go to Sonic Link. What's his number? 137.
137.
Yeah, I got it without even looking. Go to his channel and watch Landwell Chronicles every Sunday.
Where I do a much worse Russian impression than Crow did.
Yeah, that was something. All right.
Head of ache.
Yeah, head of ache. Yeah, exactly. Oh well, I'll stop talking your ear off, and we will close till our return. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.